Hey guys, Just Stone here again, back again with another video, and today is, for me, in terms of belt reviews, it's like the mother of all belt reviews. So I've been putting this off for a long time because I did want to get things done to it, like modified and things like that, but I just never got around to it, and I don't even know if I want to anymore, just to keep it in its original form. But as the title gives away, well, first of all, let me say, I've said it many times, this is my favorite belt of all time, my favorite belt design. For me, it looks like a championship. When I first started watching wrestling back in 1999, it's the first like major championship belt I saw. I saw Triple H wearing it, and because Triple H was a heel at the time and I bought into it like fully and everything back then, I was just thinking, this bastard, he has that beautiful belt and I want it, and I want him to lose it. But when I got my hands on this originally, I was so excited because it's my favorite belt. It just looks like a proper, top heavyweight championship belt. So as the title gives away, we're going to be looking at a replica of what's called as the Big Eagle WWF Championship belt. This came about in 1998, I believe, at the Survivor Series when The Rock won it. He was the first person to hold it. No, he wasn't the first person to hold it. What am I talking about? Sorry, 1998. So they originally brought this in when Stone Cold Steve Austin won it at WrestleMania 14. It was obviously on a blue strap with the block logo. Then they modified it, and this sort of version sort of came into play about 1998, where it went on a black strap and that. And yeah, The Rock was the first person to receive it, I think. But anyway, so this is one of the originals in the sense that, like, when WWF at the time first started producing replica belts, this was one of the first batches, and this was about 2001, I believe. So I've had this for, what is that, 18 years now. I've done my best to try and keep it in tip-top condition, but obviously 18 years is a long time. And yeah, I've just done my best with it, and it's one of my favorite belts. I love this belt. So you can see here it's got the WWF logo on it. So anyway, Big Eagle WWF Championship belt. We're going to take a look at this. Yeah, hopefully it helps. And, if you're just a fan of my belt videos, thank you very much. So anyway, without any further ado, let's take a look at this Big Eagle WWF Championship replica belt. Okay guys, here we go. So from the video, it looks like there's a bit of decoloration in the bag, like just here and stuff. I'm not quite sure why that's happened, but this belt is very old now. It's 18 years old. It's probably older than some of the viewers watching this video. But yeah, here we go. It's got the old WWF logo, attitude, and the logo, the swoosh, sorry. The belt bag, it's one of those classic ones like you saw in the previous European Championship. Some of the diamonds are sort of poking, the false diamonds are poking through the bag a little bit. So I got to give it credit. I tried my best to look after this for 18 years. I've kept it in good nick. I'd say I've done the best I can. But anyway, yeah, on the back, it's one of those bags where the zip only runs from there to there rather than across the whole way. Yeah, so I'm going to do one of those old finger clicks, and when I click my fingers, this belt shall be out of its bag. So let's see, hopefully this works. And here we are. We have the classic Big Eagle WWF Championship belt, and I absolutely adore this belt. I love this belt. This is my favorite wrestling belt of all time. Yeah, it's the first one I saw when I first started watching wrestling back in sort of August, September 1999, and I absolutely love this belt. It just looks like a fucking, like, championship belt, the one that's the top of the food chain. It looks so amazing, in my opinion. I totally adore this belt. Right, so it's got the sort of nickname Big Eagle because across the whole plate it's like, a big eagle, really. Look at the fucking size of that thing, I just realized I don't have the tools to sort of take measurements. Maybe I'll put them in the description below, but I'm just going to sort of give you an up close and personal look at this belt. So here you got the WWF logo. Compared to the European Championship, the paint job on this is a lot better. So it's all black around here. It does sort of come out the border there, but you can clearly make out the WWF logo, and it looks pretty good. Here you got the badass eagle looking like a badass. Spreading his wings across the belt like that, the plate. You got the big globe here, which I was always amazed with. Here you've got World Wrestling Federation. And on the bottom here, you got champion. And I was always amazed with that. The writing on this, you know, the font they decided to use looks fantastic. Here you got two small globes. You got one on that side, one on this side. You got the jagged edge. Now, I do remember apparently Stone Cold wasn't a fan of this belt. That's why he got the, you know, shortly after he was awarded this belt, which was on a blue strap, he got the Smoking Skull belt made, and I believe Vince McMahon wasn't too happy about that. And as well, when he did the stunner, was it on Vince McMahon, I think, or someone else? Apparently this cut the bottom of his chin because he was holding it on his shoulder when he performed the stunner at the time. And yeah, he just didn't like it. He thought, you know, he wasn't a fan of it, which I don't understand personally. Yeah, but there are a few sharp edges on it. So along the bottom as well, you got the sharp edges. On the sides, you got the sharp edges. So that's on both sides. And then obviously along the top, as I was just showing you. So here you got, I think it's, how many? You got 6, I think, artificial diamonds. So you got one there, 2 on either side, like so. And then 2 along the bottom where the champion is written in the ribbon there. There you go. And over here, I don't know if what is this, Latin or something? I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. And on the other side, it looks like it says Campio. There we go. It's just a beautiful belt. So these black parts here, I'm not sure. I think originally on the blue strap, when this belt first came out, these were cut out. But apparently these pieces kept snapping off. So that eventually when they made it on the black strap and did better versions or whatever, they just filled it in. So this is solid right here. It's not cut out and just painted it black like this is. Because, you know, they just kept breaking the belt and I suppose it wasn't economical. On the let me just go back here. So here you got some lines and stuff like that. And I'll just show you, even though like this is only a 2mm one, you know, replica without all the big, you know, definition, I think looking at it, it looks pretty good. Like when you're in front of it in person, it looks good, but obviously you can see the eagle there. You can't really make out too much of the detail on the eagle. On a real one, this would look a lot better. But I still love this belt. And here you got the lion here with, was it the McMahon family crest or whatever, but it's got 3 lions. So the lion's holding the shield there. See if we can make out what this says. No, I can't really make out what it says there. There you go. You can have a look. You can read it. You can read it. Good on you. The WWF logo there. So these plates as well. Just tilt that up. They're thin as well. Here you got the WWF logo. So see, you can't really make out too much detail there. Tilt that up. Ugh. There you go. And on the other side, it's sort of the same thing, but this line one's reversed and there's no... The shield is different, actually. It's completely different. So that's got the WWF logo. That one had the 3 lines and the logo on the top, whereas this one has the logo on the shield, but not on the top. And then this logo plate is the same as the one on the other side. And you've got 2 more diamonds there. So overall, this has 10 diamonds altogether. Like I said, with the previous belts, they didn't make the logo plate. They left a big space. So if you were able to pick one of these up, it would look something like that. So I think when I first started watching wrestling, I can't remember what color the swoosh was or the logo. I don't know if it might have been white or all gold, I think, actually. And it had the blue suede backing, that's right. And this logo plate was just all gold. Yeah, I think it might have been like this at WrestleMania 15. And that belt looked amazing, but the strap was massive, but that looked beautiful, the color of it, when The Rock came out at WrestleMania 15 with the belt. Dropped it to Stone Cold. But anyway, around the strap, the fake leather, you've got stamping of the WWF logo. The European title didn't have this. It just had this stitching underneath. I don't know how accurate this is. I think on later versions of this belt that they used on TV, like in 2001 or something, it did have the stamp around it. So around the edge, it's just got the stitching. These marks here is just where the leather's sort of bent up a bit and it's been pierced. Not pierced, it's not gone all the way through, but you know, it's sort of made an indentation from the plate. And the WWF logo stamps start up again here. That goes to where the snap boxes are, and that runs along the top as well. albeit upside down, like so. Like that. So here you got the female snaps on the end here. So you got 6 of those, 12 altogether. And on the other side, you got the male snaps. So you got, what was that, 8, 16 altogether. So let's flip this over. Here you got all the bolts holding the big plate in, such and such. Just quickly go here. And then here you got the old figures Toy Co. So, like I said, to prove it, this says 2001 World Wrestling Federation. So this belt's 18 years old as well. I've done my best to look after it. Absolutely love this belt. The WWF hologram logo there, officially licensed product. WWF, blah, blah, blah. And that's the back of it. So when I first started watching, this was like a blue suede backing. That looked quite nice. But this looks a bit more representative, apart from the strap being, you know, not as long, of the WrestleMania 15 one, where I think it looked in its peak condition, in my opinion. It just looks so gold. It looks so beautiful. So, yeah, I'll give you another overview of it because this is my favorite belt. Just take a look at some of the detail, what there is of it. Eagle wings. Absolutely love this. Around the edge of the plates there, I should have said, you got some design there which runs on this one as well. Over to the other side because this plate's different. There's something worth showing. Same there as well. And there we have it. The Big Eagle WWF Championship belt. Replica, one of the originals. 18 years old. Right, so I'm going to do the old shtick now where I sort of put it over my shoulder. You know, I've always gone on about how stiff these straps were. Like, look at that. It's like very difficult to bend that. Maybe when I put it over my shoulder, it's going to stick out like a madman. You could knock someone out with it if you like twist and turn with it. So yeah, let's do that. Put it over the shoulder and put it around the waist. Well, oh my days. Alright guys, so sorry, I have to project my voice a bit here because my microphone isn't long enough, so hopefully, you know, you can hear me clearly. So anyway, this is the belt here. We're going to just sort of put it around the waist like we usually do and hang it over the shoulder. Now I do remember when I first got this belt, the strap on this was so stiff. It feels like it's sort of, you know, gotten a bit softer now, but it was so stiff that when I put it over my shoulder, it would stick out over my back, so if you turned, you could actually knock someone out with it. But first of all, we're going to try it around the waist. Now, do excuse me here. Let me pop this on. Hopefully it doesn't fall apart, because it's sort of been in storage for a long time. I don't often just get this out just to mess about with, but no, that snapped on pretty good. Rotate this round, position it nicely, and there we go. So hopefully you can see that. There's trying to get so it's not all too shiny, but there it is. It looks pretty good in this light, I think. So give a little Bobby Roode spin for you. And I do hope that this is focusing well. Only time will tell. So anyway guys, that's the belt around me like that. Looks pretty good, eh? Bloody love this belt. So just trying to get there without a shine for you. So yeah, that's that. Take it off. Put it over the shoulder. Do the little sideways test. No, it looks like it's gotten quite softer now actually. So it does almost hang down my back, whereas before, like I said, it would be like sort of out there or something like that, or further up. So if you didn't turn around, it would knock someone in the face. But no, it's pretty good now. So let me just position myself so there's not a great shine there. So anyway guys, that's it for this belt review. I think I might have another one sort of hidden away in the archives, which I've never got around to uploading. Apologies for that, I'm going to try and dig it out. But otherwise, I think that might be it for replica belts. At the moment, I haven't really got any more on my radar. The Daniel Bryan WWE Championship, the sort of, you know, wooden one or whatever it is, looks pretty interesting, but I believe that the replicas they're selling for that are like about 200, 300 pounds, you know, like the price of a standard metallic replica. And I just think that's ridiculous, really. It's supposed to be, what, sustainable materials, but it's not a very friendly price. But anyway, yeah, I've been saving this one, like I said, because I wanted to perhaps get modified, get a real leather strap on it, put the 6 plate on it. But part of me is thinking, just keep in its original form. If for some reason I sadly do have to part with this, maybe if it's original, it might have a bit more value to it. And, you know, if someone's a collector or whatever, they probably appreciate in its original form, and I don't really mind so much. Like I say, I don't get this out like every day to mess about with, because I like to take, this is one of the belts I take pride and joy in, because it's, like I said, it was the first replica belt I ever got. It's an original. It was very expensive at the time, and it's just my favorite belt of all time, really. It looks like a proper champion's belt. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. If you are sort of looking around to get one of these, something like that, hopefully this does help you. Keep in mind, yeah, if it's original, you know, it might have a few bits of wear and tear on it, depending where you get it from, because at the time of recording this, these belts, especially this belt, or the first batch of belts, will be 18 years old. So yeah, just keep that in mind and look after them, especially if it's one of these. You know, I'm fond of this belt, I'm fond of this design. So anyway, guys, yeah, that's it. I'm going to wrap this video up now. Thanks very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Leave comments in the box below. You know, what was your favorite championship belt? What is your favorite championship belt? If it's one of these, then yeah, good for you. Love this belt. So anyway, guys, that's it now. Thanks very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe and all that, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks again. Take care.